Okay, so I'm excited to see Quentin here. Is this a break from DocaCon?
I think Michelle was over there too, right?
I was.
I thought it was too
I was
advanced for me,
there
so I didn't go yet.
in reality, mostly like
Very
this.
distracted by all the other things going on, but yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so updates from everybody, please. We are nearing the end of the week, so I kind of want to see some progress. I think there's a lot that's been happening this week, so I'd love to hear first from Aubrey, please, and Blake. I know Nick's out at the moment, isn't he? So Aubrey, are you nominated to speak, or is it Blake?
Yes, Matt is on our team, though. Not that we wouldn't love to have Nick.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's a really long day.
It's okay. So yesterday we had our SME review with Katie. So Caroline, sorry. Thank you for setting us up with that. It went really well. Cleared up all of our confusion about how the form, marriage without delay form is working. So we're just working on adding some better instructions into the form this morning and probably into this afternoon.
Okay, perfect. So then perhaps ready to start testing tomorrow?
I don't know, Blake, Matt, what do you guys think?
I think that the SME meeting helped a lot. We just need to make sure that we get the readability right, I guess, before we start testing. I don't know if that matters for testing.
It doesn't matter. You can run those in parallel, but it depends on how you want to work it. Maybe if you want to assign one person to start on the testing and two people to keep on the readability, or if you want to move it together as a team, then it's really up to you. We also might pause you guys once you finish that, and actually, instead of starting testing your form, move on to the 209A. We've got two new team members, Delaney and Tiffany, who have come on to help us with that. And they have already started. They've gone through the 209A once just by themselves, informally, to get a feel of it. And now the next step is going to be putting them through the scenarios that Jody and Michelle have come up with. So perhaps, and I've done a rough video of that, just the call with them. But I think we're going to need another one just because the spreadsheet has changed somewhat. So I think if anybody is interested in doing the 209A this week, if you're in like a natural break in your, I'm thinking like, for example, Aubrey, Blake, and Matt, once you get to the end of doing your readability, that's a natural break in the process for your form. So it might be a nice place for you to jump onto the 209A testing, which, as I said, is our goal for the next 2 weeks, to try and get that up.
It probably won't be ready till next week, though, right? I mean, if they're trying to finish up their interview today and do readability tomorrow, right? You're just saying once they get to testing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You can either continue with testing your form, or we can move over to the 209A for the next week or so.
So I think we are trying to prioritize. It's not like if you want, come join us on the testing. It's like, come join us on the testing.
Okay. Well, Michelle has spoken.
Yeah. I think we need for the bodies
more hands.
And I don't know. We'll see where we are, right?
Okay. But just bear that in mind, that once you guys finish your readability, as Michelle says, come on over to the 209A. Okay, Sinead, you're next on my screen. Sinead and Finola.
We basically got Chandler to look at our kind of Excel or Google Excel, and he thought that we were going in the right direction. So we basically have a few issues that we need to work out, but I think it's more like just Googling and just kind of trying to figure out maybe formulas to kind of fix how things work. If we run into problems, we might just hit up the channel tomorrow and ask. But I think we need to kind of give it a bit of time to Google and see if we can figure it out ourselves.
Okay, well, you know the rule. Just 30 minutes trying by yourself and then jump on the channel. I will be around tomorrow during the day, so I can also sit and help with you. And I know me and Vinny have also done a lot of that stuff. So if you are struggling, you can call on everybody in the channel, basically. Okay. Mike, and just Mike and Tyler.
I finished making the edits that I need to do and making sure the interview is running the way I want it. I sent it to Gordon today, and he's going to give it a quick look over. And then me and Tyler are working on the test scenario template. We have to change a couple things because we edited some screens on the interview, but we should be ready for testing soon, if not by tomorrow.
Okay, perfect. So then again, might just assess, whether we take you off on the 209A. We put a pause on the thing the thing that I'm worried about is moving everybody across, obviously, and then we put a hold on other forms that are in the pipeline. So we're just going to have to just see how it goes. That's good.
Sorry, Maeve. Sorry.
Okay.
I was just wondering if you got that issue sorted out about landlord being an organization or a private person with Gordon. Or is that something? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I sent him the interview. I didn't change anything, and I just said that we had discussed it, and we think it'd be better just leave the option to choose business or person, and I'm just waiting to hear what he says. So.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Okay, and then I've got Vinny and Mia.
Yeah, so we're just continuing with the testing, and we finally figured out the PDF. And
oh, good. What happened there?
I don't know. I think it was just we had Jack help us with it because he has Adobe as well, and I think it was just probably something in the way it was downloaded or exported or something like that. But yeah, I don't know.
But it's
it was weird,
now.
But it's working now.
Okay, perfect. That's great. So you guys are just finishing on the test, finishing up your test cases, right? Doing your test templates. Okay, cool. Then I think that also maybe 209A might be calling for you tomorrow, but we'll have a look. I basically wanted to see, so I've got those 3 teams. Yeah, I'll see where we are in the pipeline and then we'll assign tomorrow. Okay, and then Anvita, you're working on the vacation of marital home.
Yeah, I spoke to Chandler about that yesterday, and he had some ideas about changing the template that I created and combining the questions in it so that it's just like every screen instead of every single question on the interview.
Okay.
Just to make it like easier to write scenarios. So I'm gonna go back, revise the template, and then write new scenarios.
Okay, perfect. So we'll check in with you tomorrow.
Okay.
Thanks so much. Okay, and then Jack for Nick and Jack.
Yep. So Nick and I had our SME review yesterday, and it was really, really productive. We got a lot of good action points going forward. And then even moving forward with that, like today when I met with Mia to help with that project, I talked to her and I found out that a lot of her code is actually what we're trying to do anyway. So I'm going to kind of replicate what Mia has been doing with, me and Vinny have been doing with the GMF and try to replicate that for our form. But we have a lot of good feedback from our SME review.
Okay, perfect. So are you just kind of now refining your interview and improving it?
Yeah, so I'm changing the PDF form today. Nick has a family matter for the next few days.
Yeah.
So I've been changing the PDF to do what the SME suggested, and then hopefully to have something working by this weekend.
Okay, perfect. That sounds good. Did I hear someone say something? I'm imagining it. Okay. Okay, good to hear that. So I'm glad. If you need any help, just reach out on the coding channel, and someone will be there to help. Okay, and then Eleni, James, and Jason.
Hello. So we spoke to Chandler this morning to check out our scenarios and things like that, and we're currently just working on the next steps of this testing process.
Which are are you on the test template now?
Yeah, like that confusing thing with the buttons.
Okay. The data validation.
Yeah.
Do you need any help with that?
I'll let you know if we do.
Okay. Just the way that you refer to it makes me feel like maybe you would need some help, but don't sit around for too long, guys, and battle with it, because there's plenty of people now who are confident enough that will be able to assist.
Okay. 30-minute rule is entirely serious.
Yeah. And even like sub 30 minutes, 20 minutes, because sometimes you're just like, okay, I can't ask anything more for 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Like,
well, it's pretty much when you get to the stage you want to throw your computer out the window, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stop a little before that.
No,
please.
yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
But it's not like when you're interning or whatever, and you feel like you can't ask anybody. You've got to just figure it out by yourself. It's not like that at all. We're here to help, so don't battle with it by yourselves for too long.
And if you're too patient, still don't battle with it for over half an hour.
No,
20
I
minutes.
really appreciate how helpful everyone is on this team, because like what Maeve literally just said about being scared to reach out during your internship, like that's not what I feel at all here, and I just really appreciate it from you guys, so thank you.
Cool. That's really
Awesome
nice
to hear.
And I'm really glad, because I think that what we've discovered is that people are helping each other as well. It's not just coming up from the top down. It's laterally, everybody's kind of helping each other, and I find that really great.
Well, the other thing that helps when you're learning is when you have to explain something to somebody else, then you learn it a lot better, don't you?
Or you explain it wrong, and then two people know it wrong. Either way.
And then you both learn it better.
I'm joking, yeah. Sorry, Caroline, you are right. Sorry, David, you also wanted to say something?
No, I was just riffing on the same thing.
Okay. Okay, so that is everybody. I have not missed anyone out today.
Did you ask, and I missed about the Jack and Nick's meeting with the SME, the CRA motion to dismiss?
So they've got action points to work on.
Just zoned out on that one. Sorry.
Jack, you said you're working on this up until Friday, right? You're going to be refining the interview.
Yeah, so we're actually like changing parts of the PDF. We're going to edit the PDF, and if not, we're going to look at if it has to be changed to docx, we will convert it to docx. But yeah, we're changing the form a bit to add in a new section.
And that's what Jack was saying, that Vinny and Mia have that, because Jack was originally on a team with Vinny and Mia, so they've got some code that he's going to look at to try and incorporate into their form now. Okay, so that's everybody.
And I may have another SME for you at some point. It depends on how promptly the court responds.
Okay, great. Thank you, David. So right now, everybody.
I have a different note that's related, but I just wanted to say thank you to Anvita for like taking extra time out to just check a couple things on the filler, which I really appreciate that. It's helped us check that it's fairly solid, and I couldn't have done it without her. So I just want to say thanks. I might utilize you more, but I just wanted to give you credit for that. Thank you.
Aw, thank you.
Okay, so just a reminder that DocaCon is tomorrow. There's I think there's an hour, right, Quentin, where we can ask our questions.
Yes.
For us?
Well, there's an hour today.
There's an hour today. Yeah.
Ask your questions hour. Right after this, actually. It starts at 1.
Right, so we can jump on there. Just hijack it. Joking, I would do that.
Link is in the code channel here.
Yeah, so we can, there's also, as I said, we're not going to have Casual Friday tomorrow. We're going to have the DocaCon thing from 4 to 5. So it'll be a couple more people if you want to, tell your scuba diving stories to them.
I think the questions is after the show and tell. I think show and tell is at 1 today. Sorry, just wanted to be clear about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I had it backwards. Sorry about that.
I've got something at 2. I've got something that I've flagged as helpful for DocaCon. I think that's the questions, right?
Let me check, because I think it's good for people to go to both if you can.
Okay. Okay.
You can just watch, because people will be sharing.
Yeah, for sure.
I think people will be sharing interesting things.
And Quentin, was today's session recorded?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Where can people access that? Because I didn't realize that it was for people. I thought it was for advanced, so I didn't go.
Yeah, it was somewhere in the middle, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was good for people. A little bit more advanced than I was thinking from the first description Jonathan gave me.
Okay. Yeah, if you could just maybe drop a link to that when it's live, if you could just put a link to that in the channel, that'd be great, because I think it might be helpful for other people to watch it as well. So that's it. So tomorrow it's just normal stand-up. Everyone's got action points. I'm going to be talking to some of the testing people just about docx testing. So specifically that's going to apply to Sinead and Finola, who will actually be at the meeting, and then Mike and Tyler are also working on docx. So we'll have some feedback on that at stand-up, and also on the 209A testing, whether we're going to just move some people across. But otherwise, keep on working. Really excited to see what you guys are making, and I'm very impressed with everything that everyone is doing. Really, you're great. You're a great team. I think Abigail.
You're
said
here.
so.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's Abigail. Sorry. Yes.
Last but not least, Caroline, do we have a readability tip today, or are we gonna give it a skip?
I haven't even thought of one. We talked about, we've done no parentheses. I did think
What about saying ask instead of request? That was a good
Oh,
one.
that's, yeah, right. And oh yeah, the better one than that. Okay, so two quick ones is ask instead of request, or seek. Don't ever use seek. I mean, unless you're writing poetry. But I think, oh yeah, so use get. Anytime you're going to say obtain or receive, or what's another one that you guys use? What's another synonym?
Acquire? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think
Lots of
people
things.
use acquire. I don't think
Oh,
lawyers
I don't
use
know,
acquire
even
so much.
lawyers.
But
I don't know.
obtain and
Obtain.
receive, you can use get. And when honestly, my favorite book in the world when I was a little girl was this great big red book, and it was about grammar. And it says, "Got is a weed in your grammar garden." And I love that sentence. However, I use got a lot in our text. It just I cringe every time I use it because I'm sprinkling my garden with
Your grammar garden with
grammatical my grammar garden with grammatical weeds. But people say got, and they use got, and they understand got. So I think get and got are great words. And part of this again is I think all of us were taught, even from third grade on, is to make your writing interesting, is to don't repeat the same word over and over again. But when you're writing for readability, if you mean the same thing, then use the same word. So sorry, I'm going here. I'm just like, I can't think of anything. Okay, here we go.
Here are 4,000 tips.
This is great.
Ask,
this get, is great. And then, oh yeah, and the thing that people do is, I think we can use judge a lot. You don't need to use court, because court is like a conceptual thing. You're asking the judge, and the judge is the person who orders things, and it makes the whole experience more active and more real and more concrete. And those are tiny little details that that make a big difference.
Okay, thank you for those.
Catch up for the days we didn't. Catch up for the days I forgot to do readability
tips. We also have two more people that are not on the call that are working on forms that are almost ready to go into testing as well. So we are getting more forms than just what's on this call going through the pipeline, which is exciting. And
we might have Matt's forms coming soon too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting. Okay, everybody, that was a great meeting. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks, Maeve.
Bye, guys.
Everybody.
Oh, bye, everybody.
Bye all.
That was fast.
Yeah, efficient.